So we have two sadhanas. Everyone get two sadhana. We have a Vajrasattva and Narakomsha Sheto. Two sadhanas. Today the practice, we don't have the Sancho ritual. This practice is for Sheto practice, Sheto sadhanas. So Sheto has two many sadhanas. One is main deity is Vajrasattva. So today we use this Vajrasattva main deity and practice Sheto. This Confucian Buddha. And then Lama Bunima is going to chant master Tibetan. So Christina is doing the English chanting. Thank you for coming, everyone, for practice.
Okay, we'll begin with the yellow prayer book, opening prayers on page 1. All Mother sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. For that purpose, until I attain Buddhahood, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until death, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until today, from today until this time tomorrow, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. I take refuge in the Buddhas until I attain the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Now, all Mother Sentient Beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all Mother Sentient Beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Go to the sadhana for the single mudra Vajrasattva, page 1. Page 1. Dharmakaya, Samachabhadra, Sambhogakaya, Vajrasattva, Nirmanakaya, Harukas of the 5 families, Garab Dorje, Vajrahumkara, Prabhahasti, I supplicate you, bestow the blessings and cities, pervasive Lord of the Mandala, Dorje Totrensal, Varachana, consort Yeshisogil, great treasure, revealer, Guru Pema Garwangsal, I supplicate you, bestow blessings in cities. Lord of all families, Bhagawan Vajrasattva, sovereign in accomplishing the Vajraharuka of great bliss, tamer of obstacle-making Maras, deity Vajrakalaya, I supplicate you, bestow blessings in cities. Bestower of cities, mother and sister Dakinis, spontaneous accomplishers of activities, the ocean-like classes of oath-bound ones, host of treasure protectors who oversee the Samayas, I supplicate you, bestow blessings in cities. May I master the development yoga of form, may my intonation of mantra become the Vajranada, may I awaken to the all-pervading wheel of great bliss samadhi, and may the impartial state beyond concepts be actualized. By light rays streaming forth from the seed syllable in my heart, the objects of refuge, Guru Vajrasattva, the three roots, and the assembly of deities in the network of magical illusions are gathering in the space ahead. Benza Samaza.
Namo Daso Semdi Donga Jordan de Sancho Bada Jatsu Zongwene Lama Dorje Samba Kunjoso Yedam Kandria Sola Jatsu Namo Daso Semdi Donga Jordan de Sancho Bada Jatsu Zongwene Lama Dorje Samba Kunjoso Yedam Kandria Sola Jatsu
Namo. To liberate myself and sentient beings from suffering, I go for refuge until enlightenment. In Guru Vajrasattva, the three jewels, and the host of Yidams and Dakinis, just like the victors of the past, I will endeavor in the ultimate goal of all sentient beings to take across those who have not yet crossed, to free those who are not freed, to secure beings and establish them in nirvana. May all beings have happiness, be free of suffering, attain noble bliss, and abide in equanimity. Victors and your heirs of the 10 directions, please come here and be seated in the unmoving, inseparable expanse. With primordial purity, I pay homage. I present an ocean of offering clouds of Dharmata's display, openly confess ignorance and misdeeds, and rejoice in basic space and awareness, free of meeting and parting.
Mare de belle gentolo sha in redo mela yarango Chapter Solong Tarve Chungo Tusam Dapa Nyang Meme Geto Kanyan Dolango Dorje Sembe Gombang Toba.
Turn the all-pervading and impartial wheel of Dharma and remain constantly throughout the 3 times without decline. I dedicate the accumulation of reference-free virtue to beings equal to space. May we attain the state of Vajrasattva.
Nam tam je tong bar je de qian san nian jie za song jiu hong ye ge bu le wen zhi dou jie mei ye ge nam de jiong wa zhe ra de bei ma da ma dong de me zheng re ren qin ya ye gang ta yue sen zhe bei ma Yete tenda hong ye ne dorje hong gan sen ba sa wen zhi jian qiu sen la de zhu wei le zhe ma lu jiang dorje sen be sa la gu cun de yong jie ge jie ge yang ye lama dorje sen kar po sha jie xie jie Mudra Tursu Ren Jin Jin Saye Durje Togaji Yumbe Chebe Kala Din Yamye Durje Jidongju Tenzin Peze Tamje Zo Sedar Tajang Chupintan Tuyom Heyon Zebarjin Vajin Ninjang Gurjin Sermo to dan to sha dan de nam je le barje war de dorje ne ma ka je ro lan so tre do ji sa ja ma ja ya dan de wan ba long na me ji ye wo hong zhang zhe ye xing a ye dan ji Yen de nian ge wong wa hong ge song tu se sun jie la zhong bai bei ma de wei ten dor jie kar po ting a bei de wa da wa la ne bei hong yin ta re ye jie ge e zi san lian zhu a ye de zhe bao xiang yi zhong jia De xie nam la nin chu ba ku su tu jie san la de Lama ye da ni ba ze qin jiang kan zhi tu dang ga Zhi jiang song men kong jiang xian Te le nam xie le la gu Yu dan ge jie dang sen xian Zhu wei le zhe ma lu
Middle of page 4. All phenomenon, everything is emptiness. Great bliss, luminosity is the dynamic potential of compassion. From their unity, a white hung arises, light streams forth, a tent of vajras and fire. Inside that are the elements and Mount Meru, upon which is 1,000-petaled lotus. In its center from Broom appears a jewel celestial palace. In its vast center on a lion-throned lotus and sun and moon is the syllable Hung, vividly present as a vajra marked with Hung. Light streams forth, making offerings to the victors and gathering their blessings, purifying all the karma and obscurations of beings, and establishing them in the state of Vajrasattva. Gathering back, it transforms, and instantly I become Guru Vajrasattva, white with one face, smiling peacefully, hair in a top knot and adorned with jewels, right hand holding a Vajra at the heart center, the left resting a bell on my thigh, seated with my 2 legs in Vajra posture, replete with all the excellent marks and signs. I am beautifully dressed in silk ribbons, scarf, headdress, shirt and skirt, excellently adorned with a crown. Earrings, short necklace, medium necklace, long necklace, bracelets and anklets. On my lap is a white Vajra Garvi, a youthful 16-year-old holding a curved knife and skull cup. Bearing the 5 mudras, she embraces the Lord. This is vividly visualized in expanse of radiant light. On my crown are Om, Hum, Tram, Hri, Ah, the identity of the 5 wisdoms. In my crown, throat, and heart, Om, Ah, Hum, bless my body, speech, and mind. In my heart center, upon a lotus and moon, is a white 5-pronged Vajra. In its center on a moon disk is the syllable Hung, encircled by the 100 syllables. Inconceivable light rays radiate out, purifying misdeeds, obscurations, habits, illnesses, and evil influences, making pleasing offerings to the Sugatas, gathering the blessings of body, speech, and mind, delighting the gurus and yidams, and mending the heart samaya with Vajra siblings and dakinis. They clear away the Dharma protectors' grudges and call upon them to perform the 4 activities. They pacify the malice of maras and obstructors and purify the karma and obscurations of beings. The vessel and contents become Vajrasattva's pure land, the play of deity, mantra, and wisdom.
Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manapalaya Vajrasattva Tinopati Chadru Me Bhava Subhakayo Me Bhava Subhachayo Me Bhava Anurato Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Praya Sarva Karma Sutta Me Siddham Jyam Guru Aho Bangave Sarva Tathagata Benza Mame Benza Benza Bama Samaya Soto Om Benza Sato Samaya Manupalaya Benza Sato Tinopa Titradrindu Me Bhava Sota Kayo Me Bhava Subhachayo Me Bhava Anurato Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Praya Sarva Karma Sutta Me Siddham Jyam Guru Aho Bangave Tathagata Benza Mame Benza Benza Bama Samaya Sato Om Benza Sato Samaya Manupalaya Benza Sato Tinopati Chadru Me Bhava Subhakayo Me Bhava Subhachayo Me Bhava Anurato Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Praya Karma Sutta Me Siddham Jyam Guru Aho Bangave Sarva Tathagata Benza Mame Benza Benza Bama Samaya Sato Om Benza Sato Samaya Manapalaya Benza Sato Tinopa Titradrindu Me Bhava Sota Kayo Me Bhava Subhachayo Me Bhava Anurato Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Praya Karma Sutta Me Siddham Jyam Guru Aho Bangave Sarva Tathagata Benza Mame Benza Benza Bama Samaya Sato Om Benza Satu Samaya Manapalaya Benza Satu Tinoba Titrandu Meba Kayo Meba Subujayo Meba Anurato Meba Sarva Sedre Meba Sarva Karma Sutame Tutam Chiang Kuru Aho Bangavin Sarva Totanga Tam Benza Nimenza Benza Bama Samaya Sato Om Benza Satu Samaya Manipalaya Benza Sato Tinoba Tidu Mebava Sudu Jayo Mebava Subu Jayo Mebava Anuratu Mebava Sarva Siddhi Mebava Sarva Karma Sutame Siddham Shiyam Guru Aho Bhangave Navatatangatam Benzamamim Benzam Benzabama Samaya Sato Om Benza Satu Samaya Manipalaya Benza Satu Tinoba Titrandu Mebava Sudu Kayo Mebava Subuchayo Mebava Ratu Mebava Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Sutame Siddham Shiyam Guru Aho Banga Sarva Tatanga Tam Benza Mamimenda Benza Bama Samaya Sato Om Benza 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 Sato Lama Dorje Sambaje Naradonga Chabduso Debe Zona Dano Shen Jube Gumba Chondaja Sine Meje Tam Jave Gumba Samba Chadduso Sinje Kunje Tunje Se Sinje Samba Dagi Kusum Tosa Dajode Lame Sala Chandaso
8. Guru Vajrasattva, heed me, protect us from the torments of Narak. I feel remorse for my mass of misdeeds and with regret confess them before you, Protector. As I vow never to commit such deeds again, Protector, please absolve me. For the sake of beings, I will accomplish Vajrasattva. Uniting me with your body, speech, and mind, lead me to the unsurpassable state.
Page 11. Ramyang Gong Dong Beng Ang Le San Chu Den De Ma Surya Menjala Ne Na Ne Be Hong Yang Ma Bo Sa Va Ra Na Pe Sang Ha Ra Na Hong 冲的用色之法，我们在马祖的修人红培，出没人从马毛，只为当白满真白过。
Ram Yam Kam. From within emptiness arises a red letter Hong above the cleansing water dwelling on a sun. Light radiates out and gathers back. It completely transforms into the wrathful Datvishvari. Her body is red and she is holding a bell and a fresh skull. The finest particles of the cleansing water turn into the nature of Datishvari. Ram Yam Kam. From within emptiness arises the supreme realm with a celestial palace, arrayed by ornaments and endowed by wonderful objects of enjoyment. From brooms, skull cups appear as vessels. From Om Ah Hung, therein clouds of offerings appear. Amrita, Rakta, Torma, as well as outer, inner, and secret offerings. The vast space becomes filled up.
Om Benza Om Benza Badenga Om Benza Dubea Om Benza Dubea Om Benza Logea Om Benza Bindea Om Benza Nevedea Hongen Tsimbo So Wun Chu Jan Sho Sen La De Rove Le Je Ma Le Jan Dur Ji Sen Be Sa La Gu San De O Yang Je Ke Je La Den Ka La Ma Dur Ji Sen Arbo Shar Ji She Shen Zang Bo Zhe Tu Zhe Ren Jin Jin Saye Dorji Toga Do Yunbe Zhibe Gala Jiamye Dorji Jie Zhong Yun Zin Ya Tam Jie Zhou Sedere Darjiang Ju Bin Da Tu Yo Me Yo Zi Bari Gu Jin Jin Jiang Gu Jin Da Si Mu Tu Dang Tu Xia Dang Nam je le par je pang de dor je ni ma ga je zhou lan zhou zhi tu jian sa jian a dan ya dan zhi lan me jie jie wo wa hong yi xie ga ye da nian jin jin zhi nian ga wa hong Song to so sin je lo to ga zheng le wen zhi rang yin ne ne jin jiang
Middle of page 12. From within emptiness, all of phenomenon, in front of me appear the elements, and there on Mount Meru, above arises 1,000-petaled lotus. In its center, from the broom, appears a jeweled celestial palace. In its vast center, on a lion throne, lotus, sun, and moon is the syllable Hung, vividly present as a Vajra marked with Hung. Light streams forth, making offerings to the victors and gathering their blessings, purifying all the karma and obscurations of beings, and establishing them in the state of Vajrasattva. Gathering back, it transforms and instantly becomes Guru Vajrasattva in the space in front, white with one face, smiling peacefully, hair in a topknot and adorned with jewels, right hand holding a Vajra at the heart center, the left resting a bell on the thigh, seated with 2 legs in Vajra posture, replete with all the excellent marks and signs. I am beautifully dressed in silk ribbons, scarf, headdress, shirt, and skirt, excellently adorned with a crown, earrings, short necklace, medium necklace, long necklace, bracelets, and anklets. On his lap is white Vajragarvi, a youthful 16-year-old holding a curved knife and skull cup. Bearing the 5 mudras, she embraces the Lord. This vividly visualized an expanse of radiant light. On his crown are Om, Hung, Tram, Hri, Ah, the identity of the 5 wisdoms. In his crown, throat, and heart, Om, Ah, Hung, blessed body, speech, and mind. Light radiates from the Hung at his heart, thereby the wisdom beings are invited from their natural abodes.
Chu je yen je nyom jo ba ja wa se jang che nam tang sa ko dor je sem ba ye dor je ni ma ji sa sa ban za sa ma da za hong
Invitation of the wisdom beings, Hong. Victors and heirs abiding in meditative equipoise in the Dharmadhatu, please arise and form kayas as Vajrasattva, and out of compassion come close to me. Benza samaza za sa hom bam ho.
Shi dorje sambaje sancho pardo le yoshin aye dono dorje be she tola samsaro itale namo.
Homage to the wisdom beings, Hong. Great wisdom, Vajrasattva, please abide firmly upon until awakening. I pay homage to you, the Lord of the Sugatas, who causes liberation of limitless beings. Tishta Lang Namo Hong, offering goddesses radiate from the heart.
Sonam jam tole zowe enam ke tale ye sheji jayong shabse me do bu na sa che sa sharze ro mo san ye ba do se dang che lam.
Outer offerings, Hong. Wisdom offerings infinite like space arise from an ocean of merit, inconceivable offering water, foot water, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, water, food, and music. I offer them to Vajrasattva and his heirs.
Om Bana Pe Pena Sarate Sarva Tatangata Sam Yonga Sade Om Gur Dasato Argam Paden Kube Depe Alogan Neve Shabda
Inner offerings, Hong. May Guru Vajrasattva be delighted by big Samantabhadra offering clouds of form, sound, smell, taste, touchables, royal attributes, auspicious symbols, auspicious substances, and the like.
Nama sarva tatha gata ba yome yome sarva dekham gate sarva emang gangana kam. Shi tse me pa ve deva chenpo mar chenpo dayon dorme chenpo na dorje lama dorje sen lambu.
Amrita, Rakta, and Torma, Hong. I offer to Guru Vajrasattva immeasurable wisdom, the best of the Dakas, the great red of great bliss and cloud banks of tormas for sense pleasures.
Maha Amada Radam Balinda Kaya.
Secret offerings, Hung. The play of method and wisdom, bliss and emptiness brings about the delight of the non-dual yoga. The maras, which are confusion of dualistic grasping out of ignorance, are liberated in the self-luminosity without reference point. Thus I offer without considering the act of offering and the object of worship. However, the spontaneous presence of the natural expression is great joy.
Mahasagatanangana Dharma Dhupsang.
Praise of the Absolute by a Vajra song. Hung, inseparability from unwavering knowledge, Dharmakaya, spontaneous presence of great bliss, Sambhogakaya, skillful means of compassion, Nirmanakaya. I bow down to you, Vajrasattva. You possess a conch shell, color without stains. Your signs and marks are complete. You hold Vajra and bell of non-dual appearance and emptiness, and you are united with Vajragarvi. I pay homage to you, Vajrasattva. Thank you.
jo men kong jang xian an che le nam ye le la gu de dang ge ye dang xian xian do ve le de ma le jang an je do je san be xian la na yin xi ro ba ju.
Middle of page 17. In the heart center upon a lotus and moon is a white five-pronged vajra. In its center on a moon disk is the syllable hung, encircled by the 100 syllables. Inconceivable light rays radiate out, purifying misdeeds, obscurations, habits, illnesses, and evil influences, making pleasing offerings to the Sugatas, gathering the blessings of the body, speech, and mind, delighting the gurus and yidams, and mending the heart's samaya with Vajra siblings and dakinis. They clear away the Dharma protectors' grudges and call upon them to perform the 4 activities. They pacify the malice of maras and obstructors and purify the karma and obscurations of all beings. The vessel and contents become Vajrasattva's pure land, the play of deity, mantra, and wisdom.
Om Beza Sato Samaya, Mane Palaya, Beza Sato Dinoba, Dito Dito Meba, Sutur Kayo Meba, Super Jayo Meba, Anurato Meba, Sawa Sete Meba, Yesa, Sawa Kamazan, Tatam Chiam Tura, Hum Ha 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 Ho Banga, Sawa Tatanga Dam Beza Mame Beza Beza. Ma samaya sato om bada sato samaya mane pala bada sato teno pa dito dito meba meba wa suga chayo meba anura to meba wa sawa sete meba sawa kama sutama zitan chiang kuru hong ha 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 ho banga sawa tatanga dam beza mame beza beza ba ma samaya sato wa om beza sato samaya mane palaya beza sato teno ba dito dito me baba subha chayo me baba anura masudame tadam chiyam kuru hong ha ha ho bang atatanga Sato Pumba Meme Tombe Nga Pema Dave Tenten Drumne Pumba Yaye Ka Terse Sowe Pide Inje Simba Dave Do Yarche Sanya Do Drenti Ma Yum Dan Yum Java Nom Pyo Zogo Chalo Cheton Yogyang Wazamba Toka Dave Tenten Dorje Honda Yeke Ko Maje Tudru Kurwa Kole Terse Jumbape Amboyon Sokamarju.
Within emptiness, free of concepts of the vase, upon a lotus and moon seat, from the broom appears the vase, a celestial palace, in the center of which, in an Amrita lake, upon a lotus and moon, is Vajrasattva, the color of the moon, with 1 face and 2 hands, holding a vajra and bell, in union with consort Atopa, wearing Sambhogakaya attire. He is seated in a vajra posture and glows with light. In his heart center on a moon seat is a vajra and hung encircled by the 100 syllables. By invoking his mind stream with the mantra, a stream of Amrita descends from his body and completely fills the vase.
Om Beza Sato Samaya Mane Palaya Beza Sato Dinoba Dito Dito Meba Subha Jayo Meba Subha Jayo Meba Anurato Meba Sawa Sete Meba Sawa Karma Sutame Tutam Chiyam Kuru Hong Ha Ha Ho Banga Savata Tanga Dembeza Mamembeza Bezaba Asamaya Sato Vambeza Sato Sama
Yamane Balaya Beza Sato Tenoba Tendro Meba
Kayo Meba Subujayo Meba Anurado Meba
Savasite Meba Yeza Savakama Satame Tatamji
Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Banga Savata Tanga Dembeza Mamembeza Bezaba Ma Samaya Sato Vambeza Sato Sama
Balaya Beza Sato Tenoba Tendro Meba Sudukha Bebawa Subucha Beba Anorakto Mebawa Sava Sede Meba Yeza Savak Satame Tatamji Guru Hum Ha Ho Bangavya
Savata Tanga Dembeza Mamembeza Bezaba Ma Samaya Sato Hong Chu Yan Pamba Jiao Po Ran Yin Jie Xian Gang Deva Chenbu Zhi Dong Tian Tor Jie San Be Nian Mong Dong Se Zhi Me Dong Ge Da Wen Tang Zhe Nian Mong Chui Be Zhi Mang Yong Zi Zhi Zi Lei Bu Dou Fa Da Nian Rai Song Zhou Nu Jie Yong Zhou Bun Ba Wang Ge Tu Jie San Ba Gu Song Tu Jie San La Me Bu Tu Jie Tu Tang Jim Zhi Ba Me Song Tang Ngun Xi Nung Na Yi Jie Chi Ba Zhi Ma Ma Liu Jiang Zhe Man Jia Ren Xin Be Le Xie Zha Biang Dei Qin Tong Chu Dun De Nan Dong Ge Dang Cha Dong Song Cha Zhi Du Ba Du Yong Xiu
Page 20. Guru Vajrasattva, heed me, protect us from the torments of Narak. I feel remorse for my massive misdeeds.
Mirror.
Sorry. In the middle of page 20, Hung. From the vast expanse of the Dharmadhatu vase, the victor's palace, the form of Vajrasattva endowed with the 5 wisdoms of great bliss, dispeller of anguish of afflictions, shining brightly like the glow of the stainless autumn moon, bestow the supreme cleansing Amrita that vanquishes the stains of affliction and delusion. Unity of space and awareness, the entire vessel and contents, the victorious vase empowerment, wondrous blessings of Vajrasattva's body, speech, and mind, through your mighty compassion, immeasurable, miraculous powers, Dharani, and clairvoyance, please purify without exception the stains of deluded body, speech, and mind. Bestow right here and now the unchanging marks and signs, the melodious voice of lucid exposition, and supreme great bliss mind. Make me realize empty appearances to be body, empty sound to be melodious speech, and spontaneous liberation to be supreme mind.
Om Veda Sato Samaya Mane Palaya Veda Sato Dino Ba Titra Dito Meba Suktu Kayo Meba Va Chayo Meba Anurato Meba Va Sava Sete Meba Yeda Savaka Sutan Me Sutan Chiyan Guru Hu Ha 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 Ho Banga Savata Tanga Tam Veda Mamem Veda Bava Ma Samaya Sato Kaya Waka Seta Sava Ame Kenza Ome Ahom Chaya Luk Jigda Wanto.
The water fills up my body, obscurations are purified, empowerment obtained.
Now other texts.
Now we go to the other text, emptying the hells from their very depths, the sovereign practice for the confession of all impairments and breakages of vows and all negative actions and obscurations.
Yondenban Sola Manala Samsa Lo Meme Tuda Chije Gola Samsa Neche Lom Pyoto Gola Samsa Lo Donggung Jian Chube Gola Samsa Nelo Menjo Durji Gola Samsa Lo Yandang Mar Sanjo Gola Samsa Nyamang Shimze Shive Lala Samsa Lokta Sarjo Chube Gola Samsa Tango Zedan Jambar Gola Samsa Lo Chuja Jaro Bima Sunga Samsa Yanda Tunden Bezer Tula Samsa Lo Tungan Ese Turse Mena Samsa Trikpan Jumze Purbilo La Samsa Lo Juang Abda Mami Tola Samsa Sadang Lando Rinzin Tola Samsa Lo Temba Sunze Tamji Nama Samsa Jagbe Turse Ngabda Tola Samsa Lo Hora Re Rang Shi Turban Nyamni Ngang Le Ye Shi Cha Kundu Zang Bo Yang Yishu Da Sura Samsa Lo Meto Ye Me Gongba Ishi Nga Ye Wanda Sa Runga Deva Shiba Nyama Da Sura Samsa Lo Yungje Ngang Le Chibe Ishi Nga Ye Dosha Yungje Yung Chin Nga Da Sen Samsa Lo Ishi Rupa Mambo Ruve Tun De Rang Sha Ve Sanjo Sen Ba Jina Lo Shi Da Sara Samsa Lo Ishi Nga Le Yung Ten Jin Dong Nga Zhe Cha Dan Be Chu Be La Mo Jina Yu De Da Sara Samsa Lo Du Ba Dern Zi Ba Vuk Da Den Zin Be Tung Na Zhe Da Zhi Gu Wa Jina Lai San Dan Ning Ji Ga Dong Xiong Xie Yan Zhou Dong Zhe Gu Zhong Tu Mo Jina Da Qie Ta Se Samsa Lo Du Ba Zhou Lin Ko Wa Ma Re Wang Ge Song Na Yi Kun Jie Tu Lu Shi Ba Ta Se Samsa Lo Hong Kun Da Zang Bu Re Be Xim Qiao Zuo La Samsa Lo Dong Na Ma Bang Ta Se He Re Ka La Samsa Lo Yin Jie Ge Lin Che Lin Chu Mo Yang La Samsa Lo Tuk Le Zhi Be Sang Qi Chu Mo Jie La Samsa Lo Zhou Zi Qin Xiao Po Nian Zhang Jie La Samsa Gong Zhi Qin Dong Jin Zhe Gu Ma Jie La Samsa Lo Ji Bin Xia Lo Zhi Ba Wang Song Ma Lo Samsa Lo Hong Ya Mian Da Ge Xin Ji Ngam Ji Zhi Bian Ko Jie Ge Jiang Ba Ge La Samsa Hong Dang Zhen Jia Bo Wang Ge La Wang Zhe To Jin Ko Ji Bi Ma Song Lo Samsa Lo Hong Ba Xin Ben Zai He Re Guo Yang Nan Sa Bian Ko Jie Ge Yang Da Cu La Samsa Hong Jung Di Jin Che He Re Ge Xie Zhe Ram Jia La Ye Guo Yung Din Jie La Samsa Lo Hong Du Jie Yuan Nen Che Le Chop Jian Ba Wen Ko Jie Ge Che Le Zhe Lo Hong Zhuo Jia Po He Re Ge Yuan Nga Le Zhi Be Ma Me Cu La Samsa Lo Hong Ren Zhen Du Jie Zhe Gu Cha Dang Lang La Ne Be Ke Ren Zhen Cu La Samsa Hong Shang Da Bo Gong Jin Ji Den Zhe Ba Nam Ji Den Ba Zhong La Samsa Hong Do Bian Na Guo Zhe De Zhang La Da Guo Man Be Ge Zhou Bian De La Samsa Be Tai Jia Wai Xie Zhi La Gang Yuan Cin Zhe Samsa Tam Chen Yang Jai Kun Zhang Nian Ta Ming A Ye De Ge Na Ra De Jiang Dong Zhou De Ren Zhen Jia Wi Xin De Le Jie Nan Ba Min Be Jiang Nga Zhen To La Yi Jie Ning Nga Dong La Dong We Jia Mi Be Ta Mo Yin Ge Bi Jiang Sa Da Bi Ce Xi Zhi Le Nga Cun Yu Xia Le Nga Su Jie De Du Jie Shen Ba Jiao Na Ra Dong Zhong Yin Bo De
Page 1. All the Vidyadhara gurus and deities of the mandala, the peaceful and wrathful victorious ones, are present in the sky before me. Vajrasattva. Emaho, we call upon all the great enlightened beings from every place and time, all you gurus, peaceful and wrathful victorious ones. Turn your wisdom toward us. Come now, take your places on the seats of lotus, sun, and moon, and accept our prostrations and offerings so that we may purify impairments and breakages and even the lower realms. To all the masters endowed with perfect qualities, we prostrate. To the Dharmakaya beyond concept or elaboration, we prostrate. To the Sambhogakaya, the perfect enjoyment of great bliss, we prostrate. To the Nirmanakaya lords, protectors of beings manifesting in diverse forms, we prostrate. To the Vajrakaya of unchanging natural state, we prostrate. To the perfect Kaya of complete awakening, we prostrate. To the peaceful deities who pacify the afflictive emotions, we prostrate. To the wrathful deities who annihilate mistaken views, we prostrate. To the body of gentle splendor, Lord of means and Master of life, we prostrate. To the lotus-like speech which resounds without error, we prostrate. To the Vajra mind endowed with the true meaning, we prostrate. To the healing nectar which dispels the sickness of the 5 poisons, we prostrate. To the deities of Kilaya who vanquish arrogant demons, we prostrate. To the host of Mamos who control the 5 elements, we prostrate. To the Vidyadharas who have mastered the paths and stages, we prostrate. To the oath-bound ones who guard the teachings, we prostrate. To the lords of mantra who subdue enemies and obstacle makers, we prostrate. Whom, self-aware, self-knowing, and undiluted, from the state of equality, pure wisdom arises, so we may purify mind and objects, we prostrate. To Samantabhadra and his consort, in enlightened wisdom free from thought and undivided, the 5 pure wisdoms shine as glowing lights, so we may purify mind's afflictions, we prostrate. To these 5 families of the bliss-gone Buddhas, causes created out of basic space arise as partners of the 5 pure wisdoms, so we may purify the elements, we prostrate. To these 5 great consorts of basic space, a host of pure wisdom emanations manifest spontaneously for beings' benefit, so we may purify consciousness, we prostrate. To these 8 great warriors of awakening, in the state of wisdom, enlightened qualities are complete, and the desired attainments fall like rain, so we may purify space and time, and we prostrate. To these 8 great goddesses of offering, valiant beings, subduers of the malevolent, free from the faults of clinging to a self, so we may purify wrong views, we prostrate. To these 4 tarikas who guard the gates, to those who bring benefit to beings through love, compassion, joy, and equanimity, to purify eternalism and nihilism, we prostrate. To these 4 gatekeeping ladies of wrath, from 6 patterns of thought, 6 realms of samsara arise through the force of unawareness, so that we may purify delusion, we prostrate. To the 6 sages who tame through compassion, whom, expression of pure awareness always excellent, to Chemchok, chief of the mandala, we prostrate. 5 poisons not abandoned but perfected, to the wrathful Harukas we prostrate. Arisen from basic space, uniting means and wisdom, to the wrathful consorts we prostrate. Great secret ladies emanated from wisdom, to the 8 female furies we prostrate. Fanged and winged devourers, female messengers, to the 8 Traman goddesses we prostrate. Ladies who entice, capture, bind, and enrapture, to the 4 female gatekeepers we prostrate. Female emanations in worldly guise, to the Ishvari goddesses we prostrate. Whom, Yamataka, slayer of the Lord of Death, surrounded by terrifying hosts of haughty demons, to the body of gentle splendor we prostrate. Whom, Hayagriva, sovereign deity of power, and a retinue skilled in magnetizing and subjugation, to the lotus speech we prostrate. Whom, great and glorious Vajraharuka, surrounded by a self-manifested retinue, to the pure and authentic mind we prostrate. Whom, mighty Chemchok, Haruka, and limitless peaceful, wrathful deities, to the perfected qualities we prostrate. Hum, Vajrakumara, embodiment of activity, with the 10 wrathful ones blazing with fire, to the enlightened activities we prostrate. Hum, the Haruka, fully perfected king, with a retinue formed by the 5 elements, to the hosts of Mamos we prostrate. Hum, the Vidyadhara, mighty Vajra wrath, encircled by those on the paths and stages, to the hosts of Vidyadharas we prostrate. Hum, Lord of secrets, clothed in blue, surrounded by arrogant worldly forces, to the protectors of the teachings we prostrate. Hum, Tobden Nakbo, powerful and strong, surrounded by masters of wrathful mantras, and to the subduers of enemies and obstructors we prostrate. Whoever prostrates upon hearing this way the names of the peaceful and wrathful victorious deities will heal all impairments and breakages of samaya, and purify the negativity of the 5 boundless crimes. Even the lower realms will be emptied from their depths and proclaimed a Buddha field of Vidyadharas. Now all the faults of our past misdeeds we verbally disclose and mentally confess and purify with lamentation and remorse. In devotion we join our palms at our hearts, and in faith we prostrate ourselves entirely, calling on the peaceful and wrathful deities by name. Then, with body and speech held firm, we visualize Vajrasattva at our crowns and recite the essence of Narak Dongtruk.
Om Beza Sato Samaya Mana Palaya Beza Sato Denoba Didon Me Sudakayo Me Baba Subhachayo Me Baba Isava Sede Me Parianzo Savagama Sudame Sudam Chayam Kuro Ha 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 Ho Banga Savata Tangada Beza Mame Beza Bamas Sato Xie zhou ren jian gong zuo se jiao rui ka dan la me lo ji ji ma jian ge yin zhou dou jie lo bong zhi xin xi ku ru da dan da lo zu ma qie dan jian zha me sen ce zuo qiao dang xie de zu ne ba gu gui ye tam ce nian ba na xie zhi la zuo jing a ye dan la dan ku ma sa zhou dan den ju ma da song ge tam ce nian ba na ren a qie zhi jing a sam ji nie de tam ji la ku la zhe xian tam ce tou jie tam ce nian ba na ji ji a jing a xi ba sa we tam ce a ren a ma xie lo ba me ba ba ye tam ce a ma re wang ge tong a tang de la we tam ce a zhe me de tang ba mi ji zhe ba sa we tam ce a ren la ne ba ma xie ji ba sa we tam ce a yi shi ma xie lo ba ni na tang ce nian ba na ye dan la ye jing a ni ba de be ten ten yan jia dong de zhong jiu ba cha le lao yin wo ni jie mo song jiu sen na ji ji cao jie jiang ge ke ze jiu bu nian la men zhen wa ba mi ju bo zhen wa ye zhe de ma zhen ni ba不但仅仅啊下一节东娘大为太阳滚烟上交山银把没别的没把没别公娘来也没别去吧来到没别上交山早烟了堂前长城马走马去小子你没着去见你只把没把啦，也没你说到了当然，我不怎么真把女人嘛，只没在乾隆的下边，滚得上不上来没把啦，等到没我到了当然，让你真把女人嘛，滚上在乾隆的下边，娘把你老姐就没把啦，等到你说到了当然。这叫你真把女人嘛，让你在乾隆的下边，上秋生了，这些没把了，得到什么到了当然，这些你真把女人嘛，前面用着龙的下边，头来清薄吃子没把了，走到你手到了当然，这颜色你找女人嘛，滚来登报头来龙的。 Tusum Jirva me Bengangela, Thomas Tama Tane, Ponjani Sansan Banurama, Tusum Jirva me Belum. Zoe Tora Dravala, Jimjani Satava Tane, Jordani Sansan Banurama, Ramzon for me long the Shabbat. Repa Sheto Chetravala, Zonzani Satava Tane, Tasani Sansan Banurama, Repa Shelong the Shabbat. Babe Bala, Zungani Satawa, Tavani Sansan Banurama, Chini Namdalong the Shabbat. Yaya Kalayando me Bala, Satanando Tavatane, Yandoni Sansan Banurama, Yaya Yando me Belondo, Yumja Kola to me Bala, Tendo the Tavatane, Tamani Sansan Banurama, Banga Yando me Belondo. Chuje Kolani Same Bala, Satananda Tavatane, Nukuni Sansan Banurama, Chikunje Melondo Shabai. Marin Trube Sinjin, Jazumi Chulangu Bonseman, Kazan Trube Sene Yonreko, Jimmy Chulanga Dada. Nasi Jumayan Bamashi, Sanzenola Sanje Chabai. Jimmy Bamashi, Nishi Trube Tola Tapas. Mishi Chevolon de Honreka, Dimping, Nunetuna, Tumbeka, Jomachi, and Rank to me, Yingwela. Never to me, Sinjin, yes, it may belong to job.
Page 13. Ho. Vast array of peaceful and wrathful deities, turn your minds toward us. Failing to follow the Buddha's words and our teacher's instructions, we have fallen into error and confusion. Our gracious Vajra Master we have abused and looked upon mistakenly. With cruel minds, harsh words, anger, and attachment, we have physically abused and brought real harm upon our consorts and Dharma brothers and sisters. All these impairments of the samaya of the body, we confess before the hosts of deities, peaceful and wrathful. Failing to visualize the Yidam deity and retinue, chanting and reciting incorrectly or with interruption, all these impairments of the samaya of the speech, we confess before the 5 families, peaceful and wrathful. Having pledged to maintain the 10 secrets, we announce them to all and reveal the sacred substances. All these impairments of the samaya of the mind, we confess before the victorious ones, peaceful and wrathful. 5 samayas are there of recognition, but not recognizing the 5 families, we view them falsely. 5 samayas are there of not abandoning, but through ignorance we stray into the 5 poisons. 5 samayas are there of accepting, but we view clean and unclean, and are careless in our acts. 5 samayas are there of accomplishment, but not knowing how to abide within, we go astray. 5 samayas are there of enactment, but failing to discriminate, we act mistakenly. All these impairments of the branch samayas in the presence of the Yidam deities we now confess. Ignoring the meditations of approach and accomplishment, failing to offer on full and new moon days and the 6 times, lazy, distracted, and overcome by drowsiness, hoarding, and offering too little out of stinginess, acting like a soak wolf, eating and drinking before it is time, polluting the first portion and keeping the remainder, acting abruptly and without care and consideration. All these faults of impairment, witting or unwitting, we confess before the Dakinis and Samaya-bound protectors. All impairments of the samayas of mind we now confess through the view. In the state of the universal ground, the mind of awakening, we realize the view in which there is no affirmation. We experience the meditation in which nothing is negated, and we realize the action without acceptance or denial. In this mind of awakening, without hope or fear, no breakage or impairment of any root or branch vows could ever occur or ever come to pass. And beyond duality of confessed and confession, we are freed. When the absolute space of phenomenon is beyond elaboration, how tiresome is the view of existence and non-existence. How frustrating it is to cling to fixed ideas about reality. In the expanse of bliss beyond elaboration, we confess. When the state of Samantabhadra is beyond good or bad, how tiresome is this view of pure and impure. How frustrating to cling to ideas of good and evil. In the expanse of bliss that is Samantabhadra, we confess. When equalness is beyond all distinctions of size, how tiresome is the view of self and other. How frustrating to cling to the duality of great and small. In the expanse of equality and perfect bliss, we confess. When the mind of awakening is beyond birth and death, how tiresome is the view of this life and the next. How frustrating to cling to the duality of birth and dying. In the unchanging expanse of deathlessness, we confess. When the great Bindu is beyond corners and edges, how tiresome is the view of form and substance. How frustrating to cling to shapes with sides and corners. We confess in the expanse of the Bindu, the perfect sphere. In the state beyond change throughout the three times, how tiresome is the view of beginnings and endings. How frustrating to cling to ideas of change and transformation. We confess in the expanse beyond the changes of past, present, and future. When naturally arising wisdom is neither to be sought for nor accomplished, how tiresome is the dualistic view of cause and effect. How frustrating to cling to ideas of effort and attainment. We confess in the naturally arising, effortless expanse. When the pure wisdom of Rigpa is beyond eternalism and nihilism, how tiresome is the dualistic view of perceiving and perceived. How frustrating to cling to things as everlasting or non-existent. We confess in the expanse of pure awareness wisdom. When pure reality is beyond the elaboration of ideas, how tiresome is the dualistic view of pain. How frustrating to cling to a center and extremes. We confess in the expanse of utterly pure dharmata. When the celestial palace is beyond dimension, how tiresome is the view of outside and inside. How frustrating to cling to the duality of wide and narrow. We confess in the boundless, unconfined expanse. When the space of the consort is beyond high and low, how tiresome is the view of upper and lower. How frustrating to cling to the duality of above and below. We confess in the expanse of the secret place beyond dimension. When the Dharmakaya is free of duality, how tiresome is the view of outer and inner. How frustrating to cling to the duality of words and inhabitants. We confess in the immutable expanse of Dharmakaya. How sorrowful is the state of ignorant, deluded beings who cling to signs of substance in what has no form. How utterly mistaken are the minds of the deluded, perceiving an I and a self in what is beyond arising. Not knowing appearance and existence to be an illusion, they feel attachment for wealth and possessions, not knowing that samsara has no true reality. They think friends and family, companions in delusion, will live forever. How utterly mistaken are the minds of ignorant beings. They reject the truth and put their energy into harmful deeds, spurning Buddha's words, and they fall prey to life's addictions and apply their intelligence to tasks of meaningless distraction. How pitiful are those whose lives lack meaning in this way. In the expanse beyond dissipating or conserving, we confess. Page 24. Hum. Unaltered and naturally arisen is this great substance, pure from the beginning and thus beyond clean and unclean, 8 principal and 1,000 minor ingredients for accomplishing the 5 families of the Buddhas. This is the great elixir that heals the samayas. May the heart aspirations of the naturally abiding Buddhas from the great all-pervading realm of Akanishta be now fulfilled with the light of the 5 wisdoms, and by Samantabhadra's cloud-like offerings may their enlightened intentions be fully realized, and may compassionate emanations bring freedom to the 6 realms. May this fulfill the heart aspirations of Samantabhadra, the original Buddha of unchanging luminosity. May it fulfill the heart aspirations of infinite, peaceful, and wrathful deities, the enlightened forms of pure wisdom arising from within. Manifestations of compassion bringing benefit to beings appear in a succession that begins with Vajradhara. Now for all these guides to wandering beings, with this offering of kayas and the Buddha fields, may their heart aspirations be all fulfilled, and may their enlightened intentions be fully realized. All our impairments and breakages of samaya we now confess.
Mata kamsum kore, heru kaya kumbaya, sesam kore pacha, chebe sesu salamdi, jikundu samu, nyayi shin charve tunsen, chantong chove tono, tukje kore tutambe, mamon kanchotam, la tam se sove te sabbe che jo ka son tam je chelen se be ton sembe tam se kong la
Page 26. Hum, pure wisdom liquid, wet with dharmata, whose color is the red of ardent compassion. It is the causal blood that generates life, the self-arisen blood of the lotus rakta, the vital blood of the 10 fit for liberation, the elemental blood from the red herbal essences, all of them pure substances of magnetizing or impure causes for samsara's 3 realms. Through the enlightened intentions of the Haruka, the habits of samsara 3 worlds are liberated, and it is blessed as a substance for offering. To the Great Mother Samantabhadri we offer, so pure wisdom may dawn in our minds. To the hosts of wrathful Harukas we offer, so that their compassionate minds are invoked. To all the Mamos and Dakinis we offer, as a substance to restore the samaya. To all the Dharma protectors and guardians we offer, so that they may carry out their activity. May this fulfill the heart aspirations, and may they grant us accomplishment. Bottom of page 27. Home, nourishing foods that sustain the 3 realms, grains and fruits and foods with 6 different tastes, meat from the bodies of the 10 who are liberated, and distilled grains, the intoxicating drink of warriors, considering them as a rich and plentiful feast for the senses, we make an offering of them all. To the Dharmadhatu we make imagined offerings, to the peaceful deities we make beautiful offerings, to the wrathful deities we make majestic offerings. To please the masters we offer, to delight the dakinis we offer, to satisfy the guardians of the teachings we offer, as a support for fulfilling the Samaya commitments we offer.
Ramzan Sheve Todan Kale Badon Gampo Anta Chujiose Ramzan Chove Todan Gamego Tebena Nare Paramzon Gamis Dorje Lobun Todan Talon Tele Tamala Shibaramzon Sale Mamon Kanjo Todan Jikin Sepa Yambal Zagaro Jetelesa, say Tam Jinto, on Tam Zayom Yayo, Tudan One Geta Band, Chodan to Mon.
Page 29, lamp. Home. Inside 100 lamps of the finest substances, we now plant 100 cleanest wicks, and fill them all with melted butter, the essence of the elements. Having lit these 100 brightly shining lamps with a wish to heal our impairments and breakages of samaya, we now offer them to all the victorious Buddhas. Out of the Dharmadhatu palace of Akanishta, the 5-colored lights of wisdom shine in dazzling splendor. May the heart aspirations of infinite peaceful and wrathful ones now be fulfilled. In the palace of the Dharma at the heart appears the Tigle, which is the seed of pure wisdom. May the heart aspirations of the self-arisen peaceful deities be fulfilled. In the skull mansion of palace of the brain, the light rays of naturally emitted warmth are all ablaze. May the heart aspirations of the self-arisen wrathful ones be fulfilled. In the experience of faith and devotion, naturally arising Rigpa appears unceasingly. May the heart aspirations of the Vajra Master be fulfilled. In the subtle channels, wind energies and essences, in natural awareness vivid and clear, may the heart aspirations of the Mamos and Dakinis be fulfilled. In the universe's vast realms of existence appear the light spheres of the planets and stars. May the heart aspirations of the oath-bound ones of the outer world be fulfilled. May each and every impairment and breakage of samaya be purified through the strength of our samaya commitment, and may you grant us the accomplishments ordinary and supreme.
Om Gasar Meda Zove Jengarda Lama Yeda La Zoyondo Kaza Chije Yenje Kumara Rigpa Yeshe Mar Metam Sabje Yen La To Njara Meta Kunga Yeshe Yon Zonjiba Toyo Nanda Parje Tormetan Toyo Yoso Benjiba Kazun Kuwayon Rakayanda Chamera Tama Jeninju Jikyu Tonga Jorve Pavit Zigzin Chisar Tsage Jima Ola De Jiva Jisu
page 31, brief fulfillment offering. Home. Within this wondrous mandala of secret instructions, we offer to all the masters and hosts of Yidam deities, we offer the lamp of the naturally arising space of phenomenon, filled with the burning oil of pure awareness wisdom. We offer Amrita nectar of 8 major and 1,000 minor ingredients, the 5 kayas and the 5 pure wisdoms of awakening. We offer the exquisite torma that fills its pure vessel, a perfect and plentiful feast of every sensual delight. We offer enjoyment of the red rakta of non-attachment in the expanse of the 3 entirely liberated realms of samsara. We offer the blend of 1,000 grains, the warrior's substance, of powerful drink that generates majestic splendor. Allah, we implore you, please accept them with delight.
Other tracks? This letter that right now, other tracks, page 22.
Back to the Vajrasattva sadhana on page 22.
Om Gaya Sama Jimbe Yaran Sarve Dong Sarve Ishi Khenpo Marmende Tenzin Tanjala Dan Dorje Sembe Todang Korje Kandu Nyam Chacha Dorje Yadang Jirvana Jipa Chimbe Chupa Mrnava Vasa Trinchim Chupe Kaya Todang Sarvan Tam Senyam Jasha Dorje Ko Sinja Lo Tumba Mizo Medal Nom Chodo Todang Sarvan Tam Senyam Jasha Dorje Ma Go Chujaka Yatodang Shevan Tom Zenyam Jasha Dorje Haso Sinja Loyer Metule Go Niku Todang Shevan Tom Zenyam Jasha Yishi Dorje Sinja
The water fills up my body, obscurations are purified, empowerment obtained. Hong, in the expanse of the all-base, the great secret shines forth, the sheen of clear self-awareness. May these butter lamps of great wisdom mend the commitment with the Guru, who is the holder of the expressivity of the Vidyadharas, and with Vajrasattva. May it purify infractions of the retinue dakinis. We, the ones who are holding the same Vajra commitment, make this offering of great joy. May the Nirmanakaya commitment be mended through the big cloud of appearance and luminosity. We confess the infractions of the samayas of the Vajra empowerment. Please bestow your blessings for the realizations of the Vajra body. May the Sambhogakaya commitment be mended through this unidentifiable emptiness. We confess the infractions of the samaya of the secret empowerment. Please bestow your blessings for the realization of the Vajra speech. May the Dharmakaya commitment be mended through the completely pure union. We confess the infractions of the samayas of the wisdom empowerment. Please bestow your blessings for the realization of the Vajra mind. May the Sambhavika Kaya commitment be mended through the big bindu of inseparability. We confess the infractions of the samayas of the word empowerment. Please bestow the blessings for the realization of the Vajras of wisdom.
Go back other tracks. Other tracks not finishing.
너 사선 되기라.
On the Joe Summon Chok, Chingur, the Dorje Lobon Chok, Javia Don Se, Dan Chandrana, Namja Sancho, the Jobe, Korean Sajim, Madonda, Mare Membelan, the Maja, Jurong Samelan, the Majasan, Yarve Sangarnan, the Maja. Jinsen do bada ke mada dan suja do boa jembo vive sini ka chen chewa dan tam se chukwe do jen jen ya wangen de wen ten de zomana cheram de dan se ju tam je mandan du pe ten se che ga sam je ren je che ba do nam je chen tu le jen tu me Mare wangan kor wan thonse no sore mame kor donga san thado wangan la me no sore mame do drumja sucha wangan la lo me no sore mame shira soma jang aja wangan ren la no sore mame do Dumo wangan so ne no sore mame shira drume to sena wangan ye do ne ba no sore mame tre gondong ase jim cho de sa ju yon shi ze de dan se me do ba jo na me gong jin shi man dan di de xie yong la pe ta se ye sa de sa la yon ru Undo Jama Chapema Jin Kolo Soje Do Bokula Deva Koja Kun Zang Yeme Sa Dorje Semben Jan Lo Jinje Lame Satan Se Fa Jodo Sotur Sili Sa La Lendo Zoku Ni Jero Do Yon Zo No other type? Okay. 어떻게 말하셔달라. 다 처음 터비티라.
인치보다
라면 강게 마다자 동뱅아래 정해래 연제 벤더 연베나 봉아샹나 들세 Melon juve de je sa je ye jin zhang ni me de ju yong ju zhen zhou ju.
Page 24 in the Vajrasattva text. Through Ram, Yam, Kam, impurities are cleared away. From within emptiness, the syllable broom appears, from which a broad skull cup of space arises. Therein are the skadnas, dhatus, 5 kinds of meat and 5 kinds of nectar. Through the connection of fire and wind, they are melting into light. The light of the 3 seed syllables invites the nectar of the 5 kinds of wisdoms. It gets absorbed inseparably, offering clouds of desirables emanate. Om Ahum.
Om Ahum.
The first offering, home. To complete the accumulation of merit and wisdom, the self-arising offering clouds of desirables emanate. May Guru Vajrasattva and the other assembled deities of the mandala be delighted.
me to ne sabaye le tanya ma jabeto
The second offering, confession. Ho, by offering accumulations of food, I confess the accumulations of karma, afflictions, and obscurations assembled since beginningless times, and whichever infractions, contradictions, and confusions I have committed. Samaya Shuddha. Hung, Bhagavan, together with your retinue, please accept this ocean of offerings. I am confessing the ocean of infractions without exception. I am mending the ocean of commitments without exception. Please bestow the ocean of cities. May I accomplish the ocean of Buddha activities without exception. Liberating and pro-offering. Hung, by the great wisdom of my appearances, mistaken by the three poisons, my enemies and obstructors are released into the three complete liberations. This offering of accumulated wisdom, which purifies habitual patterns, is being put into the mouth of the Sugatas.
Matam Rata Maraya Pe Mamsarata Samaya Mane Palaya Beza Sado Dinuba Dijandu Sudu Kayo Meba Subachayo Meba Anurato Meba Savaside Meba Yaza Savaka Same Tadanche Kuru Ha 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 Savato Tanga Tambeza Mami Meza Beza Bama Samaya Sado
Allah Abi boju sanga kana tapta pata khai. Thank you. Long love.
Anura Dome Bavon, Tawa Sete Meda, Sawa Karma, Sedam Jiran Guru Hong, Ha 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 Hu Bang, Sawa Tazanga Dambazama, and Zambazar Pawama. Samaya Sadhu Ha ha ha, wo bangaben, sawa tatanga tambe ma samaya sadu wa huma hum huma jo parje ganye labdo nanda yada zanda sola nje toze jijenda juwen tele drabandu.
You who are obedient to the words of the glorious and assembled here for the remainders, please drink this nectar of desirables and according to your former oath, accomplish the activities entrusted to you.
Vajrasattva agan baden pube dube alogan gende neve Shindra kunja tanyeje leto taye nangunje
Abbreviated offering and praise to Guru Vajrasattva in front. To all those who are worthy to be praised, I always bow down in supreme faith with as many bodies as all atoms that exist.
Om Benza Sadhu Samaya Manabalaya Benza Sadhu Dino Pijandro Me Bava Meba Super Jayo Me Bava Anurado Me Nadrayanza Karma Sudame Sudamshi Guru Hong Vatatanga Tambe Tamame Ma Samaya Sadhu Manye yonso matanta kanya nepa majipa Chela nomba kanya pa te kunchi zunze su Om dana tenda lenge kurwa yunyeja Zena wanso chona lepa tardu su
I ask for your forbearance for everything like unobtained items, incompleteness, inabilities, and the mistakes of omission and addition. Om, together with the representations, please remain here for as long as samsara exists. Please bestow in an excellent manner a life free from disease, power, and the supreme as well.
no se ye den dan den ba te song kun jong wa ye me kan dan zhe ngo bo jin na ran ran so so ya yang wo je do jian han zhen la de ya hong la hong ya na de ba ge nian me me jia da yin se jia lo ya do jie sen be ku ru dong.
The front visualization of Vajrasattva dissolves into me, appearance and existence melt into light and dissolve into the support and supported. The protection circle, elements, and celestial palace, throne, and ornaments dissolve one by one into the Lord and Lady. The Lord and Lady melt into light, then into the Vajra, the mantra garland, that into the Hung, and the Hung into the Nada, which is released into the reference-free state of primordial purity. Once more I arise in the form of Vajrasattva.
La yang do ji sen be ku ru la.
Lama durje sambago de tarage je sunaga taye semje nanango jemye kunze yontenzo arjen kunjen tenjendo lami sancho ne to.
Guru Vajrasattva, heed me. All merit accrued through this virtue I dedicate to infinite beings. May the two obscurations be exhausted and excellent qualities perfected. May all adverse conditions be pacified and conducive conditions gathered. May we attain the state of unsurpassable awakening.
Long life.
Okay, in the yellow prayer book, we'll do the long life prayers on page 22. For this realm encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness. Tenzin Gyatso, Lord Chenrezig, may you remain steadfast until the end of samsara. Embodiment of the three jewels, great being who upholds and increases the teachings of the Shakya lion, supreme are your activities of guiding others with your perfect deeds. May you, the precious Guru who accomplishes everything, spontaneously live long. Holder of the teachings of the Lord Drigungpa, great Lord of the three jewels, through the power of your peerless compassion and the holy Dharma's peace and light, you bring relief to beings. May your life be long. The one known in the noble land as Arya Deva emanated into the Gar clan of eastern Tibet as Chundingpa, the heart son of Jigten Khenpo. May the life of the glorious Garchen remain steadfast for 100 eons. We'll go to page 28. May the teachings of the great Drigungpa Ratna Shri, Master of Interdependence, Omniscient Lord of Dharma, who has seen all knowable things, be upheld until the end of cyclic existence through study, practice, hearing, contemplation, and meditation. Your 1,000 arms are the 1,000 wheel-turning kings. Your 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate eon. Your love is boundless like space. I supplicate to the Bodhisattva Chenrezig.
Everybody sangha thank you, long la, tadakula jubang, long la, thank you.
Rinpoche said, thank you everyone who's in the zone and live. Thank you very much, Rinpoche. Tashi Dele, Tujiche Rinpoche, and train Sopal and Pemne, Gungus Pemne, Tene, Sopal Yoa, Tujiche Shayang.
Lola Zo, Khenpo, Tashi Dele.
That's Rinpoche. And thank you everyone, and I want to appreciate GBI Dharma Center and also Canada Center, Gardroma and Digon Dharma Seria, also Sangha, everyone joined today the program together. Appreciate it, thanks very much. And then today, the practice is very important. Rinpoche, he choose these two is most important practice for someone pass away. So we use this feature, we kept, practicing, and also today, Rinpoche be in the present our practice here, he lead this practice. We can share this recording for you. And then you can keep this record, like some days you really need, so that time, so you use and practice this today, the follow, that practice sadhana, use that. We already has blessing with Rinpoche, so we are fortunate and very lucky. We have to practice this when you need, also sometimes we practice together, Sangha. Come together, we practice this sadhana. So I appreciate everyone. That's the reason I'm going to share this transmission in this Saturday. Sunday. So Saturday I have a teaching. Sunday after finish the teaching, I'm going to share these transmissions with you. So then we have a blessing from Garchen Rinpoche. You can use this sadhana feature you can practice for your family and your relatives, your neighbor, and anyone. So it's wonderful sadhana and practice. As long as you know Sheto, Pardo teaching, so then sometimes people say, what I have to do for someone pass away. So today we did this sadhana, truth sadhanas here. That is the most important sadhana. Usually we do the ritual for someone pass away, you know. That's why you have this recording. We can share with you. Keep that and practice with next time you need this sadhana. Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you very much, Bunima Lama and Christina and Chan Master. And also appreciate Katis. He light up many candles in the Bikondama Seya. And also thank you, Deva and Avira. Many candles light up in the Gardoma Buddhist Center. So everyone, thanks very much. And join the practicing. Thank you, Tsuwan. He also have lots of candles and preparing. So Tashi Dele, Tukjiche Rinpoche, long life Rinpoche. Thank you.
Thank you. Then, Rinpoche, Taja Kala, you were Roma Tabjigani, so Nathan, Drama, Tripolas, or some Petu, and the Hatan Zachimbo, Sunam Sochimbo, Roman Natic taking it, Sunam Soto, Tomato Rank or check, they do on it, then each of the Yabore, they had to Jeche, the man was working on around Nathan, Tribota, the Kari, and Petu Tang, this Sunam Sochibo Zogare, some Rinpoche.
That's Rinpoche. So Rinpoche said, thank you very much. He's very happy today. He saw in the Zone internet. So our Sangha, many Sangha using the Dhamma, bells, drum, and many ritual objects. So that create a lot of accumulation, merit, and whatever you have, that you have to use during any practice. So he saw that he happy and appreciate. He said, thank you, everyone, Sangha.
Thank you, everybody, Sangha, long life.
Thank you, Rinpoche, Tukjiche.